you join us for a very special commemorative edition of BB on Blast because we've suffered some very sad news lately, haven't we, Lindsay?
Very.
Across the Commonwealth, we're mourning the loss of a very prominent figure in our lives. That's right, Spicy V's gone to the jury house! Was that a sizzle?
Yeah, that was a sizzle, but I just sort of sizzled in midair. Oh, that's
Hello.
guys. You sounded happy about that. That's not a good thing. Hello and welcome to BB on Blast with me, Lindsay.
And me, Gaz.
And yeah, it's very, very sad news this week, isn't it?
Mm. No,
The
it is
ent-
sad because the entertainment has left the building, right?
the rest of them, it's just like, oh God.
I mean, what are we going to do without the Row Show?
No, no.
Antiques Row Show? That could have been a title.
He'll be making it into the title. Oh, you paused then. Oh dear.
Yeah, you went.
Gremlins in the system already. So,
But I got what you were trying to say. I don't think Row will make it into the title either, or the picture.
no, no, neither. Um, it wasn't very entertaining week though, don't you think?
Um, yeah, it was a good week. It was definitely like the best double eviction we've had in a while. Like you always want in that like big moment on the double or the triple. Excuse me. There goes my mic. Was it the triple actually where Neda went? Was that a triple? I think it was.
Oh, I can't remember. No, I think it was just a double, but
Just a regular old double.
Hmm.
Um, was my echo slightly on there?
Was your echo on?
Yeah, my echo knob was just a little bit up.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
yeah, you're always looking for that like Neda moment, and unfortunately, we're probably never going to get that again. And I feel like in the past we've been really disappointed by like what we've got out of these double evictions, but this one was good. Not so much for like the second eviction, but just for the blindside moment, really. Which, as
yeah.
sad as it was to see someone that you like be blindsided like that, it's still good TV.
And also, the argument was really good as well in the background.
Oh, I was thinking about that argument. See, that blew up on Twitter like midweek.
Yeah.
So everyone knew about it, and I was thinking that you didn't know about it, mainly because and I said this to Alfie, last week you had a mouse incident
Oh God, yeah.
which cut it shut down BB on Blast production for a while, much like COVID shut down BBAU. Um and there was a gif from that this week where you were like your camera was flipping, your like computer was falling, and you tweeted when you realized you've left the oven on. And I said to
Yeah.
Alfie, "Oh, that should have been when you hear Vic popping off on Terror in the garden or by the hot tub." But there's no way that you would know about it at that point.
You should repurpose it. Yeah, that was good. Oh, so did you know what was happening? Were you on the Twitter streets getting involved?
I'm always on the Twitter, well, vaguely on the Twitter streets, and that was like everywhere. There was pretty much all of it seemed to go out on the live feed, apart from I think the bit where she called her a fucking liar. So there was a lot of appreciation for that amongst the BBCAN Twitter followers, and James tweeted about it as well, and he said props to the cameraman that got this angle, and it's the one where it's Victoria facing the camera and Tara's reflection in the background, which
Oh,
is perfect coverage of that argument. But I feel like they kind of didn't use it so much in the show. They focused more on a shot of Tara and a shot of Victoria. But you could watch that whole argument from that point of view, where it's like Victoria coming at Tara and Tara's reflection in the background, and just
okay.
showing the other side, which is kind of cool.
That's cool. I wonder why they didn't do that on the show.
Yeah, they only
So,
did it a little bit.
so guys, we need to do a bit of a correction from last week.
Oh, is this
We
when I said Alfie was a big Terror fan?
he nearly spat out his cup of coffee that he was drinking when he heard that.
Did he say cup of coffee?
No, he didn't. I just made that
Ah, it's
up.
dummy more like. Yeah, I think I thought that Alfie was a bit of a Terror fan because he liked Tina, and like Tina and Terror come as a package, don't they? fucking spiel.
That no one wants.
T for
So,
two. That's the title for when they go.
so do you still like Tara this week?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, what the fuck?
I
What are you
think she's
talking
good.
about?
She's quite good TV
Oh, she's horrible.
because
Yeah.
without Terra, you don't have that argument, that blow up. Like you need that
Hmm.
part. She's part of that scene and part of that story, and I actually quite enjoyed it. And
Hmm.
I think there was another Terra moment where I was quite enjoying her this week as well, but I can't remember what that was.
Hmm.
But yeah, the whole like, oh, I don't want to go to jury thing really kind of really probably was kind of twisted by Victoria, I'd imagine. Like,
Oh yeah, the
you
whole
know,
big.
the whole like, oh, I'm gonna miss my kids thing. I know it's a bit tedious in Big Brother, but does anyone else in there have kids, by the way? I don't think oh Kiefer does.
Kiefer, yeah.
You don't hear him more in well, actually we have heard him more about his kids and his morals.
So I had a couple of things that you missed from last week that I heard about on podcasts. Since they're very brief.
Okay.
The house guest.
I missed the podcast roundup.
Oh, here you go. I've got 3 facts for you. The
Three
house guests
facts.
did a little roast of each other that was apparently quite
I
funny.
I hate roasts, don't you?
Oh, they're annoying, aren't they? I
I
think
just
they're
think
an
that
American thing. We don't really do that over here, do we?
well, no, we don't. But I feel like we are trying to adopt it, and it
Hmm.
is an American thing. You're right, and I just don't think it works
Suits us.
for Brits. No, and did they do it on Drag Race or did I see it on the US Drag Race? Oh, actually, it was the US Drag Race, and this one queen was like being really nasty and saying like offensive things,
Hmm.
and basically, let me just like frame the task. They like had the task to do a roast, and they like ran their content by Michelle Visage and someone else. And then they were supposed to be advised on what they should put into the show. And this one queen was so confident in their roast and they completely ignored the advice. And they did it as they were told not to. And it just
Hmm.
like fell like a ton of bricks. Like it just did not go
Hmm.
down well and they died on their ass.
Hmm.
And I just think it's a weird concept because the roast is supposed to be a kind of offensive, isn't it? It's a bit like
Hmm.
Zingbot. Zingbot is effectively a roast,
Yeah, I
right?
was I was just gonna say that. Yeah, we prefer it in a funny voice.
Yeah, apparently we get on board with it in that case. But then I just don't think it's particularly funny.
No, and
I don't
it
think it
can be quite
works.
it can be quite hurtful, like when we got zinged by our listeners.
Yeah, exactly. And I discovered an old one and it still hurt. No, it didn't really hurt.
So that was one thing, although I haven't got any of the things that they said to each
You
other.
know why they can't put that sort of stuff in the edit? It's because like it's shown too early or whatever. Like they don't really. I think it's weird because Big Brother is essentially like an adult show, but they try and package it as like a family show in the
Yeah.
US. And I'm not sure about so much in the US, but in Canada. And I know there's like
Hmm.
people who will watch it with their kids.
Hmm.
And yeah, for that audience, for that reason, you can't really include people being offensive about other people in
Hmm.
a roast, can you? I don't suppose.
No, and it's also because of the sponsors as well.
Oh yeah. Did they
Fam-
bleep? They must have bleeped Victoria saying "fucking liar." I feel like
Yeah.
there's been a few swear words kept in this series of
Hmm.
BBCAN which were bleeped, which you don't. I don't normally feel like that even features as part of this Big Brother. I feel like it's very
Hmm.
family friendly overall.
That's a pity.
Hmm.
So the other thing was during Invisible HOH week, Victoria nearly put herself on the block, and they decided not to show that on the show.
Ah, are you sure?
That would have been fun to see, I think.
um,
Imagine
yeah,
if she
because
put herself up and got evicted.
that must have played out in the diary room as well,
Hmm. Hmm.
because she must have made those nominations in the diary room to a Big Brother or producer or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that too. That should
Yeah.
be on the uncut, the extra footage.
Yeah. Should be. And the other thing was, we were asking last week, did anyone else know she was the invisible HOH? And yet Ty and Beth and Jed all knew she was as well, and they obviously just cut it out of the show.
And you confirmed that she was because it didn't seem like they had it confirmed until she said it out by the hot tub.
No, they did know.
Oh, that's a
They knew
bit.
a week. They knew a week. They just edited around it.
Oh, I don't
Hmm.
like that.
I don't either, but it was more entertaining for us not to know that.
Yeah, but it's kind of like to the casual viewer, aka
Mm,
us,
mm,
um, we have the wool pulled over our eyes, and we
mm.
think there's a chance that they don't really know, and that makes it more exciting because it seems like it's all a secret.
Yeah.
And that's like fine for us because we don't know. But if you do know, you probably feel like you're being treated like an idiot. Because if you're a live feeder, you must think, oh well, we know they knew, so why are they trying to spin it like this? And like, oh, that's from the other day where they didn't know or whatever. If they've
But
done that,
yeah, but I don't personally care about things like that. It's like people who moan about like the continuity and stuff. This happened, yeah, like 2 weeks ago. Who cares? If
yeah,
it's interesting, get it in there.
like someone get edited out of a scene once on Big Brother, and their like
Yeah.
foot was still there or something.
Yeah, Janelle. And some poorly before her. So those were my
That's a step too far, surely.
yeah, I admire it. I'd like to do that with some people. Um so that those are all the things you didn't know. So I hope that's kept
Wow,
brought you up to
you didn't know what you didn't know, as they say in Canada.
speed. So did you say you've not got notes for this set?
I do not have notes for this
The
episode. In fact,
non-set.
I need you to walk me through this episode because I can't remember it. And plus, I was working while watching
Okay.
it.
So the BB announcer guy said something about social geometry. He was referring to the love triangle.
Mm,
I quite like that. I like the BB announcer guy. He's really milking his part, isn't he?
I want to
Mm.
see his face. He must be credited on the credits. Actually, I might Google that guy.
Oh yeah, you can look him up. Um, um, Brayden, I've put as a good goat to drag to the end. Maybe. Beth Beth said she wants to set up her individual game. She hasn't got an individual game. Jed said he threw it, but did he, or was he just covering? What was that? Oh yeah, it was him and Beth
The
with the final
63
thing.
days in the calendar that weren't
Yeah.
used. He said he threw it.
I'm not so sure. Him
Me
and
neither.
Ty, they are so lucky that Kiefer is in that house. They have not won a fucking thing between them, and Kiefer has done all the heavy lifting for them. Don't you just think he deserves to win over them two?
Well, I did hear Ty in the last episode say, I consider myself a comp beast, but I haven't won anything yet. It's like, well, you
Well, yeah, I
can't
consider
until you got the like the statistics.
yeah, I consider myself a fucking brain surgeon. Let me have a go. No. Um, um,
I thought we made
I
that joke last week.
I did
I don't know. Maybe in a different context, but quite similar.
um, now, how annoying was Beth being, not only during this episode, but the entire week?
The entire season.
I've
She
written Beth is,
overreacts about everything. She's very theatrical.
oh, I've put Beth is high on her own supply. She's just like, oh, I'm the best. Oh, I'm so happy I can evict the only entertaining person in the house. And
Oh,
just
I
hanging
know.
out, trying to get off with
However,
people.
I do get it because they know Victoria's been quite a strong player, so I do understand how that would be quite a thrilling thing as a housemate. But to watch Beth do it was very, very painful.
And also Victoria wasn't coming after them. I don't care. Maybe Beth, but she was
I
definitely not after Ty and Jed.
Do you think that um, Vic, well, maybe this is a moot point now that we know that they supposedly had it confirmed that she was the invisible HOH. But do you think that perhaps she should have said, like, I was the invisible HOH and I didn't come after you guys, and that's why you should keep
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
instead
she
of like
should.
letting it come out during a blow up to try and like unearth shit on Terra?
Yeah, but they already knew. Um, so Braden said, I need to work on my relationships because I've been fading into the background. Yeah, you have.
Mm.
Guys, we've got to talk about Braden. I'm so annoyed with him. He thinks he's like in the diary room, like, oh, so funny. And it's like, he's just boring. He's smug. He doesn't do anything. He is just Victoria's everything he isn't. And he thinks he's at Victoria's level and he's not. He's just there.
I don't know if he thinks he's at Victoria's level in terms of a player though, but I think he thinks that he is part of the entertainment.
Yeah, he thinks he's
And he
good
said something like,
environment.
"Oh, like he said something like, oh, I'm like hot or something," and did the whole hair flick type thing, and it's just like, you were supposed to be that character, but you haven't delivered it. And he talked about good television in
That
this
was a bit.
episode, and I was like,
No.
we're still looking for it from you,
Yeah,
Braden.
we're
Since you
waiting.
were a big blue ball courtesy of OLG, you haven't been delivering. Well, that wasn't even great TV, but it was something
No.
to talk about.
Yeah, something to talk. Beth was then jumping on the bed, annoying. Tina, something with a saucepan lid squeaking. Uh,
Oh yes, I remember this. Yeah, it was like they cut to her, and the lid was like spinning around on the countertop, and it was like, "Ee." I don't know why. I think someone was blowing up or something, and she was like looking on.
Tina and Tara are shitting it. I hope Beth puts up Tara and Roh. Ray moaning about the have-nots, and why would Beth put Ty and Jed up? Oh, why wouldn't Beth put Ty and Jed?
Who was moaning about the have-nots? Sorry.
Oh God. Um, Braden, because Beth put him on it again.
Beth put Braden on slop again.
Yeah, and Ty and Jed have never been on slop or something.
Yeah, I don't think they have they? Well, I mean, Beth's got the Sunset's best interests at heart, so of course
Mm.
she's not going to put them on slop and like,
She wants to
you
keep her
know,
comp beast well fed so they can win all those comps for her.
yeah, her, or is it again isosceles triangle?
um, I was going to wear my t-shirt tonight. That's the same as Victoria's. I was
Mm.
happy to see Victoria rocking my style.
You have to dye your hair pink next.
But some of Victoria's clothes are like, so it's like, ooh, is it good that we have the same t-shirt? It makes me wonder about. She was wearing some pink neon boob laces in a later episode, and I was like, ooh, hell no.
Oh,
Not
hell
good.
no.
Not good.
Um,
I did like her eviction outfit though.
it was quite sugar plum
80s.
fairy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, something out of a coming of age movie.
It was a bit.
Save the Last Dance or something. I don't think I've even seen that film.
Yeah, it was. Um, so Roh was trying to start an alliance with Braden because they've both lost their duos. Roh wants them to target Vic and Tara. Tina and Tara are not good TV. I put here.
I'm trying to think of Braden and Rohan's sort of alliance
Oh,
name.
alliance name.
The
Bro.
Bro Show.
Bro. Yeah. Bro time. Um, then Tina said something which I thought summed up Big Brother in a nutshell. She said, "It's always worst case scenario when you need it to be best case scenario." That sums up Big Brother.
Could be my tattoo of the week, that.
Yeah, it can actually. So then the triangle were in the storeroom. The triangle. Jed said, Mama T is already crying. Beth wants to put up Roh and Tara, and then she said, all Victoria. I was like,
Who's Mama T?
don't you fucking dare.
Tina.
Tara, I think. Yeah, that's a good.
Oh, Tara,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
because she's the
Tina's not a
mama.
mum. And then Beth said, I can't do it to her. I love her so much. I don't think it's time to get rid of Victoria.
Oh.
What change?
Oh.
Now we had a conversation that Gaz is the meat and potatoes of BB on Blast. This is the stuff that only we can cover in an intelligent and informative way.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I've got no idea what it is. Is it
They were
about
sat
snakes?
they were sat outside and talking about nature. They were saying Alberta doesn't have rats or raccoons.
Yeah, I remember.
And then Ty came out with an interesting fact. He
Mm.
said he thinks reindeers are a mythical creature.
Yeah.
And then Braden replied, I've watched a documentary. Reindeer are women.
They're all women.
And then Ty replied, do you remember what he replied?
Something like, is it to do with like Christmas or Santa? I don't know.
Rudolph.
Rudolph is a girl.
Rudolph is a woman. And then and then he said, I'm not convinced they exist. Do you think he's thinking of unicorns? think he's got reindeer and unicorn confused in his
Well,
head.
if he was brought up to believe that Rudolph was a unicorn, there's questions to ask about that, answer about that as well. Um, this gave me fake Jade Goody vibes. Don't know. Did you not think they were playing it up?
Fake Jade Goody of the week. Yeah, just a bit.
I thought you'd have introduced that section with that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, you didn't even write any notes, so shut up.
Okay. um,
Yeah, I don't think he's just trying to be stupid, doing a Joey
be
Essex.
funny, mummy.
Yeah, stop it. Stop that.
So before the podcast, by the way, I was trying to like put my hair into the old man bun for you,
Oh,
but it wasn't
God.
possible. When I like tied it, it just fell out at the front.
Hmm.
And then I was looking for a hair product to kind of like swoosh it over to one side with, but I don't have anything left.
Hmm.
Giving it all to you, probably.
Hmm. This is riveting information.
People need to know
Right,
about my
sorry.
hair.
Then,
Not everyone can even see it.
no, thank God. Lucky sods. I've put Ty as no David Attenborough. Beth's letter, God knows what. Beth's sister, she said, is her rock, like Paul Burrell. Tara
Has he
said,
been on the news today? He must have been.
oh, I've not seen him. And he normally prefers to stick with Harry and William scuttlebutt.
Oh yeah.
So Tara said, I've heard I'm going up to Jed. Jed said, who would you recommend? Tara said, the safest pawn is Brayden. And I've put, why is everyone going up to Jed like he's the HOH? He's not even the HOH, Beth is. But everyone just assumes that he ran. But he actually didn't run the HOH because him and Ty didn't want Vic to go, did
No,
they?
they didn't. They kind of wanted to keep her on side, and they thought it was their chance to take out Rohan.
Yeah. So Beth actually, I'll give her that. She actually did at least make her own decision for her own game,
Mm.
even if it was annoying for us.
Should have kept
Um,
Austin.
mm, um, Tara said, I've been trying for weeks now to build trust with you.
To
Kiefer
Beth.
said, yeah. Kiefer and Victoria were then talking and said, Beth is so annoying.
Oh,
Victoria should have
so
caught that
annoying.
about.
Oh, wait. Didn't that? She was also called out for being so fake. That wasn't this week, was it? Wasn't that
I'm not
Rohan and
sure.
Victoria talked about Beth being so fake, didn't they? The other day, the
Good,
other week.
good. And they, Victoria and Kiefer have an alliance called Real Spice. Not sure what happened with that.
Should have been allspice.
Not much. Um, Beth said, I'm going to row his boat this week about Roh. um, Bray is trying to target Vic as she was the invisible HOH. So even he sort of knew this by this point. I've put here, Bray is trying to look straight to fit in with the bros. Because he was wearing boring clothes that look like that. Maybe that's why he's not entertaining anymore, because he's trying to fit in.
I'll wear my least out there outfit so I can fit in with these straight men.
Is that offensive? Do we need to do an apology?
Yeah, we need to edit that bit out. Actually, it's very
Yeah.
offensive. Yeah.
Sorry everyone. So then
Social game.
Vic said there's never been a cast like this before. Ethnicity and good looks.
And Kiefer was in the room as well, so very generous.
Then we had letters from home. Oh God.
Letters from home.
Well, videos from home. You know, I've gone old school there.
Oh yeah, there were videos from home.
Hmm.
We got to see Jed's more attractive brother.
Jed's brother was nice. Ty's
And
dad
Ty's
looked
dad was a bit of alright too.
very young. He said, Ty's dad said, "You're my third favorite on the show," which I thought was quite funny. Vic's best friend, was that her boyfriend's boyfriend?
Oh,
Brother, sorry.
is it her boyfriend's brother that's the best friend?
Yeah, I think it was
Her
him.
boyfriend's brother. They look
Wouldn't
like a gay
you
couple.
have a message from your own boyfriend then? Your boyfriend's
Yeah, you would think.
um,
This is the problem, though. If you have a gay best friend, it's hard for a straight boyfriend to compete
hmm,
with a gay best friend because they're just more fun.
hmm, um, yeah, I suppose so. Oh yeah, and Jed's brother, well, looked like he started to cry, and then he went, "Ha, just kidding." I like that.
Like,
That was fun. Um, and then we had Tina's partner, who looked a bit like Tina, I thought.
not the first time we've
Braden's
seen Tina's partner, though.
No, Braden's sister was cute. She had a little
Oh,
nose ring.
yeah, she was super cute.
She had a bit of an FKA Twigs vibe, I thought.
She told him he was being funny and entertaining, and we were so
Oh,
supportive. And I thought, oh,
we're being funny,
all
mummy.
right.
And then
No, I don't know if she did say funny,
we had Beth's family. I've not written anything about them. Rose's parents,
but
Peter's wife and kids, Tara's family, which I put looked like a hostage video. And Jack said her kids look
oh,
like they're out of The Shining.
his kids her kids reminded me of you didn't watch this, but the boy reminded me of the kid in One Division. Do you know about One
Oh
Division?
yeah, no.
Yeah,
Oh, One
if
Division.
One
Yeah,
Division.
that
Yeah,
confused me because it made me think of One Direction.
yeah, it's not anything to do with that. But yeah, if you watch One Division, you would see the resemblance there. I think
Mm. And I think that
there
was
was
about it for that.
very yeah, like you say, it was very like they were reading from a script. I hate when the kids have to do that on a video.
Like Enzo's kids.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny because I just finished watching BB12 with Jack, and Enzo's kid was on that too, and was just a baby, his daughter.
Wow. Yeah,
It's
it's
like, oh
weird, isn't
shit.
it?
It's
Yeah.
really weird. Enzo was a lot better in BB12 than
I
BB20.
think you
It was
said
so much
this last
funnier.
week.
Honestly, so much funnier. I said this last week.
Or the other week. You have spoken about
Stop being
Enzo
a little
being
bitch.
more entertaining.
Hmm.
Little bitch.
Yes, I've got something to
Mm.
say
Mm.
that's upsetting me quite a lot.
Oh.
We haven't seen Marsha the Moose, and Victoria's gone.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't think
They've
of
been
that.
denied this quality TV. No one else in there deserves Marsha the Moose.
Well, we can only hope that Marsha appears in the jury house
I was
in a
thinking that too.
twist.
Imagine. Hey, Victoria. The only person who I think I would like to see of Marsha the Moose now is probably Kiefer, because at least he'd act it up.
uh,
Everyone else would be like too cool for school.
I think
Or Braden actually could be good.
that Ty could have fun with Marsha, maybe, or
Do you think?
Marsha could have fun with Ty. Yeah,
I think.
potentially. He's quite goofy. I don't know if we see much of it in the show, but I got the sense that he's kind of goofy.
Mm, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was too early for
Or
Let's Rewind, by the way.
Tina, like making Tina do something really out of her comfort zone could actually be quite
Mm,
entertaining.
yeah, that could be good. Right. So
Where is Marsha? Is Marsha even coming? Have they like scrapped Marsha? Is Trevor Boris out of ideas for Marsha?
he doesn't want to play Marsha anymore. He's moved up in the world, and he doesn't want anyone else to play her. He's jealous.
And he'll
Um,
no longer lead guided tours around the Big Brother house in tasks either. Remember that?
no, don't
It was
remember.
a freeze task, and he like led all these tourists around, and they had selfie sticks, and he was like
Oh
the
yeah,
guide.
I forgot about that. Um, so
Mm.
Tara was campaigning to Beth. She said, "I don't want to pit women against women. I have a daughter." I was like, "Oh, come on." The Devon strategy from BBUS. Beth said, "If you do go up, it's completely out of my control." No, if you do go, it's completely out of my control. No, it isn't. If you put someone up. And then at the end of that conversation, Tara went, "Bring it in," and gave her a cuddle, and that just made me cringe to my very soul. um, might as well have given her a
Cringe to
high
yourself.
five while she was at it. Um, Tara trying to like hang with the young kids is just oh, it's really not working.
Tara's not that. Wait, how old is Tara? 37?
37, but she acts like she's like the sort of person at school who like tries to like hang out with you, and it's just like, just go away. Leave me alone.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know. I've got some soft spot for Tara for some reason.
Gaz will be hanging out with her, don't worry.
I will, yeah. She's about my age.
So then Ray was campaigning for Roh again and pushing Vic to go up. I preferred it when he was quiet.
I just thought of
Yes.
something.
Go on.
You know, they've announced that they're not giving the AstraZeneca vaccination to the under 30s now because of this blood clot issue.
Yeah, what about
In my head, I went, "Oh, good, not me then." And then I realized,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck, you're way over 30."
So what does that mean? It's okay if we get a blood clot, but Jack doesn't have to get one. Fuck off.
What it means is like they calculate the risk, right? So your supposed risk of COVID is more severe than the risk posed by the vaccine.
Right.
Do you get it? So it's like worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth the risk. Whereas like someone under 30 is not like to really like be hospitalized by COVID. So they might as well risk having a blood clot.
Right.
No, not risk having a blood clot. I don't. I know. I've confused.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Hardly anyone gets those blood clots though. It's like 1 in 4 million or something.
I know, but some people have actually died from it. But yeah, you should still get your COVID jab. Don't be stupid. Let's get back to.
Don't be silly.
So
sorry, I distracted you.
That's okay. Braden and Roh were pretending to like each other. Beth took Roh to Wendy's. I thought she was
thought that about Rohan and Braden. It's like desperation, isn't it? But
yeah,
like, there's always that sort of like, oh yeah, you know, like I've always kind of had your back, and I've never been coming for you, and I've really wanted to see you go far in the game. Like, no.
Yeah, an alliance of convenience.
Yeah.
So Beth got another message with her Wendy's from another.
For fuck's sake! Why don't you just send access to her fucking emails?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she said she got a message from her girlfriend, and I said, "God, she's already got 2 boyfriends."
Yeah, that confused me. I was like, "Oh, she's on a tally." I was like, "She's got a girlfriend on the outside."
Beth, keep your knickers on. And Beth said, she has other things on her mind than sending Roh home. Roh said he's good. He's good to go for the boys, not her. Oh, he's going to go for the boys, not her. Beth said she wants to backdoor Vic. No one needs Vic in the final 2, except the viewers. Jed was saying, "Oh, it's a big move," and Jed and Ty were basically saying, "Don't put Vic up. She's on her side." Blah blah blah. Vic has a big mouth, but she is actually coming for you. But she's a number for us. That's what Ty said. And Beth said
that was really sensible logic, though. And I also think for Beth, like, she has taken out someone who was a strong player who she could potentially have like aligned with, because like she already said she knows she's the bottom of the pile when it comes to the boys and the sunset. So just don't think she, you know, that was to Austin, right? I just don't think she's making the best moves for herself now. I don't know.
Good. I hope she becomes unstuck. So then yeah, Jed said, "Do you know who Roh puts up next week?" Us too. And I've said yeah, but not Beth. Beth was debating with the camera who should go up, but she doesn't want to go against Jed and Ty. But she doesn't want to be looked at as being shielded by the boys, and she doesn't want to go to final 3 with them. She said Tina and Tara have done nothing, and Vic is dangerous. Then we had the ceremony, and she had sort of already pre-agreed with Roh that, you know, she was going to sort of say she was coming for him, even though he knew about the backdoor plan. So he put Tara and Roh up. She put Tara and Roh. And I've put, I hope no one wins the veto. My hopes were dashed.
Yeah. Just remembered who won the veto.
The Roh show.
Do you want to break before we go into
the veto king? You want a break? Sure. Yeah, I need a week.
I could do a break. Yeah, I need the same. I just didn't want to say. Cool. Okay, we'll be back after this short break. Yeah. And we're back. One day we might actually put adverts in that little break. Make some money out of you guys.
Yeah. What are we going to advertise? What are our listeners interested in?
Yeah, alcoholic drinks probably, and inferior reality shows.
Yeah,
I was
the TV shows is what I was thinking.
other TV
I'm just
shows.
listing my own interest.
I was on YouTube earlier, and it was when I was looking for the bell for the start pod, I think. Oh no, actually, I was googling about lo-fi because I wanted to use the term lo-fi in a tweet, and I was like, do I actually know what lo-fi means? And then I found a video about like lo-fi music and how to like make it, and it was presented by like a little cartoon wolf. The video was, and the advert at the start of it was an advert for a website called meetfurries.com.
Oh God.
And I was like, how do they think that I'm into furries because I'm watching this video? And I realized when the video started, it was because it was presented by a little cartoon wolf. And maybe that person is like a furry.
Right.
Mm.
That's a bit. What about children watching things with cartoon wolves? What about the children? And then they get
Presumably it's
drinking the
they,
same as me.
presumably it's they know your age.
How have you drank all these now?
So I ordered these drinks on Lindsay's advice, and then I said if I don't like them, which I'm not a great fan of them, there'll be drinks here for you when you come round. But
You
I'm
drank.
about halfway through them already. Well, I've literally just opened the second box.
I think I really like them, but it's
It's
just
a whole
me.
glass. I mean, a whole can in this little glass.
Yeah, the raspberry one I'm less keen on.
It smells like raspberry yogurt.
Oh.
It tastes not as good. But they are sugar free and 0 carbs.
And 5% alcohol, which is not bad.
So they're actually good for us.
This is the sponsor we need. And soda, please. We need. Come on then. Talk us through
Got the
the
luxury of
veto.
choice. Okay, let's go to the veto. In the intro guy referred to terranoia, which does not quite have the same ring to it as paranoia, does it?
No, not bad though.
Do you know what I realized? Karen was not a Karen, but she was Karen before we knew what a Karen even was. And she
Karen was
managed
so
to
funny.
like not be a Karen
Yeah.
as a real life by name Karen.
Yeah. Karen
Not
was so
actually one.
funny. Why can't we have older people like that in the house? Funny ones.
Yeah.
Ones.
Maybe they're just harder to find.
Yeah. A diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
A hidden gem.
In the nominations speech, I think Beth said that Roh was coming for her alliance, and then she said, I think in the speech, yeah, this is a flashback. She said, basically, you're coming for my alliance. I'm not afraid of you, but that is an obvious issue. As if she was the fucking team leader. Doing the appraisals.
She comes across like a HR person.
Roh looked like he had shoes and no socks on, I've noticed.
Oh.
Not a fan of that.
Vic said, it doesn't matter to me who goes home this week.
All the foreshadowing began here, basically, didn't it? Yeah, I put it might matter to you, actually. Beth, when Vic leaves the HOH room, she said, your ass is going, after Victoria came up to kind of like,
Beth, don't try and talk to the camera and be like likable. No one likes you.
Yeah, I've written here to apologize to Alfie for his Terra fandom.
Good.
Which has been done. Tara said, I don't want to be in a position where I'm sitting next to Vic. It would just be the biggest smear campaign of all time.
More foreshadowing.
So much foreshadowing. I was actually expecting the blow up to be in this episode, but it wasn't.
Oh.
Kiefer told Tara that Rohan has been cutting deals.
Mm.
Do you remember this conversation? This is where Kiefer was told by Terra that he needs to kind of pick his side because he's not going to get very far with the boys.
Kiefer has actually done the best job of playing the middle. I mean, Victoria was talking about playing the middle, but Kiefer has got a good side alliance going with Tina and Terra. And if in the double eviction someone had come down, who would Kiefer have put up? Because he would have either had to put up Tina
Braden.
Braden was already up. So he was going to, it was Braden and Roh. So if he was going to have to put someone else up, he would have either had to put up Tina and Terra or one of his own, or Beth. Imagine if he'd put Beth up. Maybe he would have done that.
Are you allowed to? Because she's the outgoing HOH.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? It could be anyone.
Damn right, you're allowed to. Get out of
here. Yeah, you're right, actually. And Kiefer also had a thing going with Victoria.
Yeah, he did.
He's got his fingers in all the pies.
He's got a good social game. I must admit, I wasn't keen on Kiefer at first, but he has grown on me.
I was trying to think of a play on Kiefer and him growing on you, and it like keeper, but it didn't. It wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't landing. He's a keeper. Yeah. I've written, yikes. Kiefer tells Terra she's putting too much trust in Rohan, and then she claps back that he's putting too much trust in the boys. And then Kiefer said, "I'm not on your side, Terra. I came here to play." And she went, "I know you're not on my side." That's the good TV with Terra. See, Terra's good TV. You don't.
Yeah, I like that. Don't you think everyone just seems to hate her? Just like, oh God, her going on again. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, she said you need to pick a side, and he said, "I'm not on your side," and I've put feisty.
Yeah, and yeah, that's kind of like for him to be willing to put that out there, and it's kind of a risky move. It was more of an emotional play, wasn't it? Like an emotional outburst.
Yeah.
I like to see that. It's messy.
Yeah, we need more outbursts in the BBCAN house.
Tina said, "At the end of the day, Terra, I really don't think you're going home. I really don't think that." She's very Irish there.
Tina gone Irish.
She's very Irish. You know, the Newfoundlanders, they're kind of Irish.
To be
sure. Is he a screecher? That's it. Is he? I'll have to remind us of that. Is he a screecher? Indeed, I is.
Yes, I is.
What are you at? And then there was a section about Tina and Kiefer's relationship.
Oh yeah, I put their interests are starting to clash.
Yeah, Tina basically said, "Look, the way you feel about Roh is the way I feel about Vic. Kiefer thinks Roh's a threat. She thinks Vic's a threat, and then we'll just have to agree to disagree on this one, okay? Then let that be the end of it. There, Kiefer. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out."
Oh, you found a new impression so late.
I finally, halfway through the game, I got my Tina impression there.
But Tina don't say that much, so you're only going to get to use it sparingly.
Yeah, true. Kiefer said, "I think Roh needs to go." Jed said, this is in the HOH, we're having a discussion with Beth about what she's going to do. Kiefer comes in and basically adds to what Braden is kind of loitering around these guys at this point all the time.
Like I said, trying to get in, wearing his boring clothes. In with the Rohs. He's going to start having to kiss Beth next, part of the initiation.
I'm
just ignoring that guy.
Yeah, I was trying to catch up with my notes. It's when she starts trying to see how big your dick is that you're in trouble. Yeah, Jed was more concerned about Roh than Vic, and about Vic. Sorry, someone's being loud outside my window, and I kind of want to look at what's going on. Be a little curtain twitcher. Well, there were 3 guys, and they've done it consistently every Friday, drinking outside my gates.
Oh, that's nice.
And it might be them. Anyway, I'll just let them get on with it. The gates are shut, but they keep putting their old bottles in this box, which is inside my wall. I didn't leave it there. Someone else did. It's getting on my nerves.
Rude. I'm getting the purge vibe. Shut that gate and batten down the hatches.
Have you seen The Purge? I've seen a sequel to The Purge, not
I fucking love The Purge.
Jeez.
I even watched The Purge election year recently, which I've been trying to make Jack watch for about 2 years.
Actually, go on.
The first Purge is the best because it has
Isn't there one called The First Purge?
Oh no, that's the most recent one, I think.
Yeah, I
I've not
watched
seen
that
that one.
one.
Oh, was that good? Don't
Just
ruin it for me.
just an average kind of like
Yeah, it's just
thriller.
exactly what you expect it to be, is
Yeah.
what it is. But I love it. I think it's fun.
Why does people's drinking outside my gate sound like The Purge though?
Just because I was thinking of the gate, because in the first purge, like they all get these special gates off Ethan Hawke, and he's like, "Don't worry, it'll all be good," and then all the gates fuck up.
I don't know about the gates. That sounds good. It sounds like more of a focal point of the story than what was the one I watched. Um, yeah. So basically, Jed was saying that Victoria they've got a relationship with Victoria, whereas they don't have any relationship with Roh. And
Mm,
why would he give a fuck about us? I think they said that.
mm,
Um, Kiefer said, I think Roh needs to go. And then Jed was like, right, that's it. That's 3 against 1, basically, to
mm,
Beth. Like, that's your decision.
mm.
You're right.
Bray said,
He was trying to make decisions for her.
and Bray said, if we could get Vic backdoored, that would be the bee's knees.
Hmm.
You're the bee's knees,
I
but
missed that.
someone. Yeah, I clocked it because it's a Morrissey lyric.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Vic said to Beth, I can't think of anything that's going to stand in our way. And I was like, oh, God. Someone needs to make a sort of compilation of these and then
Yeah.
cut
Oh,
to
poor
the
Vic.
jaw drop.
It was good.
Then we found out that Victoria believed herself to be in an alliance called the Ghost Peppers with Jedchon and Beth
Where did that name come from? The Ghost Peppers.
because it's like unknown and like spicy V,
Oh, okay.
I guess, hidden, like incognito.
Makes sense.
Vic says to the camera, who would have thought I'd be working with Beth? Not me. They might be my best bet to get to the final four, providing they don't stab me in the back.
Mm.
Because I am a good player. You can't be as good at this game as I am.
Mm.
I mean,
Poor
you can't
Vic.
say it didn't play out perfectly. It was such good
No,
TV.
it was good TV. I'll give it that much. It was good
Um,
Schadenfreude.
it was good. What?
Schadenfreude.
Ooh, getting philosophical. Um, in the next section, we saw Jed waking up with Beth in the HOH.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts?
Are Jed and Beth fucking? That's what I want to know. Can we ask Rowan? I need to know.
Does Rowan know these kind of things?
I don't know. I feel like she might. Or Alfie. Alfie might know.
Yeah, if you might know.
Yeah.
I certainly don't know.
I need to know. Well, I want to know. I don't need to know. I'm just curious.
um, they had this whole section where he was like, "Oh yeah, I fancied her from day one." Blah blah blah. He was
Oh,
leaving
yeah.
the.
He put in
Go
the
on.
work to get her, even though she fancied Ty. How romantic.
And he asked for a number as a joke, and then he left the room and he said, "I think I love you." Is that real or like
Oh,
that's a very odd thing to say? Odd thing to say.
he said it very flippant, didn't he? It was
Hmm.
quite a. I was like, I think it was just. It wasn't real, was it?
Was it play? I don't know. It's
I don't know. I was wondering that myself.
I feel like it's the sort of thing. Sometimes it's the sort of thing that you might play with before you say it for real, because like
Yeah,
test in the water. I think it was that.
yeah. I think
But
you'd be
like
right.
that's Big Brother brain right there.
Yeah,
Surely it is
because she's the
person showing an interest.
only single person in the whole world. Yeah, apart from Vic, and I don't think anyone wanted. Oh no, Vic's got a boyfriend.
He's got a boyfriend, all right, and he's got a boyfriend as well, so we're all good.
Yeah, another triangle. Yeah, and his
um,
boyfriend's his own brother.
oh yeah, they're brothers, aren't they? Oh god, I
Brother.
forgot about
Oops.
that. Like to keep it in the family.
What happens in Canada stays in Canada. Oh
So
fuck!
offensive.
The cat's coming in now.
Not with a mouse,
What?
please.
No, he's meowing. Hold on.
Why? Why do we need to hold on for this? Where are you going?
I'm going to let him in.
Oh, okay. Imagine having to let a cat in.
Oh.
But I thought you've got a cat. You've got the door closed. That's all right. My phone's just locked. I'm going back to my notes.
Have you paused?
No. Next, it was the skip the slop vote, and Canada had been voting for someone to skip slop. They obviously love Rohan in the public vote because he got the slop
Yeah,
pass again.
I don't really get that. Do you?
Um, no, but Arissa was like, when he left his interview, she said like, you've got a lot of fans, so there's obviously like a
Yeah,
devoted Rohan following that we
I
don't know
don't
about.
think I don't think there is. I think Arissa was just being friendly. On my fucking phone with the notes on it.
So, have you noticed that when they order the food on Skip the Dishes, it always looks like the map is the same? Like it's
It
always
always
going
looks
from
like
the
the what?
same location. The food's always going from the same location.
Well, it would, wouldn't
Taking
it?
taking the same
Oh,
route to the BB Can house.
oh, I see what you
But
mean because they're different restaurants, right?
yeah, I don't think it's the real app. Kiefer said to Jedchon, I don't know when Braden became so important. Do you remember this? He started to get worried about
Oh, go on.
was Braden becoming more important to the Sunsetters than himself.
Oh yeah, because Braden's been worming his way in.
Yeah. And then Jed went to tell Beth that Kiefer started to feel more expendable than Braden. And she said, basically, Kiefer needs to suck it up because he won't take me to the end. And he's only
Hmm.
about the boys.
Hmm.
So, in fact, kind of validated Kiefer's fears. She
I
pretty
do.
much said, I feel better with Braden than I do with Kiefer.
I do think that Kiefer will cut the boys at the end. Do you or not?
Yes,
To
because
win.
I think he will know he has to.
Yeah.
He is there to play.
Yeah. Come on. Okay.
It will be Beth that takes Jed to the end, I imagine,
Yeah,
and
probably.
loses.
Yeah,
That
if
would be
she did,
sweet, though. That would be a sweet thing to watch.
she it would be deserved, wouldn't it? Got to
Deserved
do a John
cut.
Party and cut those motherfuckers. Hmm.
Mm.
What?
What would be deserved? Her to
Yeah,
lose to Jed.
yeah, it'd be deserved because she should have got rid of them long ago.
Oh yeah. So next it was the player pick for the POV. I'll never get over
Hmm.
that. Braden, Tina, and Tashon were picked, and when Victoria wasn't picked, you kind of knew that was bad news, didn't you?
Yeah, I was very upset about that. We
Mm.
needed the invisible HOH again. So she could pick her veto chip in the DR.
invisible veto. Beth said to Tina, "If Tara goes home this week, something went very, very wrong."
Mm, not for us.
Maybe for me.
Well, only you. Beth said that she was feeling a little weary, but she meant weary. Just picking her up on that.
Oh, we're wary of who?
About the veto, I think. Who was going to win the veto?
Well, she might have been feeling weary. It's been a
Oh,
long
no.
time.
She didn't mean it in that way.
The audacity of them.
I know.
Next it was the POV, and Victoria was dressed as a giant corn on the cob.
Oh, that was so good. She looked so cute. Don't you think? She was the perfect
Yeah,
person
she
for
did.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that could be a contender for a picture.
I misunderstood. And when she was talking about the BBQ, I thought she said VVQ. Um,
Veto was so shameless, the barbecue advert.
I was going to say what was unique about this veto. The prize was a Weber grill. Shout out Weber.
Yes, they're already giving away $10,000 worth of Weber stuff. How much
Oh.
fucking barbecue stuff do you need? $10,000. It's cost like about 100 quid for a nice barbecue. Fuck, I don't get it.
Is it $10,000 worth of stuff? And it's also
$10,000.
they also get $10,000 from the lottery company as well.
And
You
from
get
Sunlight.
110,000. Oh,
Hmm.
oh yeah, that's from Sunlight. Oh yeah, and they get a
Hmm.
trip around the world from Expedia.
Hmm.
I mean, that's going to be some good grilling.
£10,000.
Sell that
That'd
shit, hey.
be a good week on eBay, yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's like mostly snowy and cold in Canada as well. So how
Yeah,
often are you going to be outside grilling?
maybe that's why Weber is struggling to sell the barbecue.
Yeah, hard market. So this was the most convoluted competition I think I've ever seen with the
It was
rules.
so
They
hard.
they were going cross-eyed trying to listen to the rules. They're all like,
We don't like to listen to the rules at the start anyway. It was just like,
Well,
I, I was watching this with Jack, and Jack just completely switched off and just looked at his phone for the whole thing.
well, I'm going to run you through the rules
Go
again
on.
because I like
Oh,
them, and I'm going to
fucking
put the
hell.
extra one for this.
Oh my
So
god.
the rules of the competition to win a barbecue grill from Weber are: throw your corn into your corn hole, toss your pineapple slices onto your kebab stick, and then balance your weenies and flip them into the hot dog bun. Then use your giant spatula to launch the food up and place it onto your grates. I think that's right, but it might be wrong. Then place the food exactly as you found as you found it, and close the lid, locking your score before the time is up. Do you
That
understand the
was just,
instructions now?
I do now, but it's like, that was just too much. Too many different things to remember there. That is
Now,
unnecessary.
what is a cornhole?
Was it the burger? No.
It's just
What
a
was
hole.
it?
It's the hole in the table. You had to toss your corn into the cornhole.
Oh, don't know. It's good to think.
It was a kebab stick for me.
The audacity of it.
Yeah, it was a similar scenario of the switch valve.
Yeah, it's like, no.
But you do call it a kebab in some senses. That is a
Do you?
thing. Mm.
When?
I feel like it's a different way to say it. Like it's like a different type of kebab. Maybe it's a kebab.
I don't think so.
Hey Siri,
You know
what
that's
is
going to
a?
affect people listening.
No, she's
What?
listening. What? I'm not sure I understand. Can you hear Siri? Hey Siri,
No.
what is a kebab?
Kebabs are various cooked meat dishes with their origins in Middle Eastern cuisine.
She corrected
Shall
me.
I continue?
No thanks.
Did she say
No
kebab?
problem.
Yeah, she corrected it to kebab.
Oh,
Did
good.
you not hear her?
I no, not
I
quite.
love my Australian Siri. She's so cute.
Mm.
So they all looked so confused listening to these instructions, I thought. This is when Ty said in the diary room, in my mind I'm a comp beast, but I haven't won anything yet. They did focus quite heavily on Ty trying to toss his sausage into that bun.
Right.
I've written this comp is so silly. Every time they tossed something onto that grill, there was a fizz sound. Did you like
I've been going mad with the sound effect.
that?
I like the way it looks. I like the way the sort of food stuff looked and the big spatula and stuff. It was quite fun. And
It
they got
reminded me a little bit of that kids' game show where you had to swim in a big bowl of cereal. Do you remember
no, I must be too old for that.
that?
And I like the way they got Tara in the diary room to say, I really want a barbecue for my family. I've been promising my husband I'd get one.
Yeah, because you
Aw.
know that she lost as well. And she also
Yeah.
said she was so frustrated that she was trying not to cry
Mm,
because she couldn't toss any of her food items onto that grill. That's why.
no,
They,
I would not have been able to do that either.
if you were a task producer, would you have done this competition any differently?
Yeah,
What would you have done differently?
all of it.
Because I've got a suggestion for them. What
Oh,
they should
go
have
on.
done.
Go
I
on.
think they should have like made smoke come out of the grills so they couldn't quite
Mm,
see very well. Like, I can't see Emma. That kind
mm,
of effect. Make
mm,
it more like kind of what's the word? Disorientating. Maybe like
mm,
smoked up the place.
mm. That'd be good. And had the food falling from the ceiling. How about that?
Maybe like those squids.
Yeah. Lest we forget.
What I was surprised about is like once you've placed the things on your grill and you've closed the lid, that's it. There's no ding or what did I say?
Mm.
No
Yeah,
buzz or no buzz or
yeah,
bing.
because you hadn't actually won, had you, until they saw who got it right. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
like who did it in the shortest time. It was who got it right. And it's like Jesus.
Victoria got to lift the lids up and
Yeah.
go, ooh, ah.
That could be a good picture as well. Actually, that
was-
was fun. That was so funny.
This giant corn looking into a barbecue going, ooh.
That was so good. Vic is just so funny. She understands it.
Only two of them actually managed to get there in time
Hmm.
to close the
Roh-
lid.
Roh and who's the other
Braden.
one?
But I knew, I could kind of tell that Roh got it right from the position.
Hmm.
It looked familiar and Braden got it
Yeah.
slightly wrong. I honestly thought like I'd forget that instantly.
Oh, I
as soon as
would've.
I'd looked at it.
Yeah, I
Gone.
would have 100%. So
So
Roh and Vito for the third week in a row.
oh, 3 weeks on the trot.
Hmm.
I mean, that's good,
Very
isn't it?
good.
That's impressive.
He's the new James Ryan. Shout out for our older listeners there.
So US Big Brother.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Beth got what she wants, but now she's freaking out. She said there's a huge difference between talking about a backdoor and actually doing it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it, Beth.
Victoria comes in and basically says he better enjoy that grill about Rohan because that's the last thing that he's winning.
Oh, she was right.
She was right, actually, yeah. Then we cut to the hot tub. Nice and sunny outside there, actually. Everyone's sitting there in their sunglasses. I always wonder, like, is it actually cold in Canada now or not?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because they do have to put those jackets on to go outside sometimes. I don't know.
Vic said to Braden and Rohan, I don't want to get backdoored this week. If you hear anything, let me know. And then Braden was in the diary room being like, oh, honey, yes, girl, of course I'll let you know.
Yeah, we're trying to make good television here. Don't
Television.
evict. Go on.
Television. Yeah, go on.
That's what he
Go
said.
on. Yeah, television.
I guarantee you, when we look back on BBCAN9 next year, the only fucking thing I will remember about it, and believe me, it will be the only thing, is Victoria. She is the show. You're merely an extra on the set, so take that, honey. I'm getting sassy back.
Oh, honey, you don't know who the villain is until you watch the show. Yeah, I wrote must try hard about the good television.
Yeah.
DKM Don't Kill Me came up.
What's that?
Rohan said that. I don't know.
Okay.
Something they were talking about. Ty said V did LT dirty and played us in the process.
I finally remembered Latoya.
Oh, LT's such a great player. Taken too soon.
Not that great though, was she?
Well, evidently not. She'd still be here.
Good TV.
Yeah, because I don't like you. That's what I remember about LT.
Oh yeah, yeah, not a good player, not kissing butt.
Tara said she feels like she'll be on the block against Tina to Victoria. She said that to Victoria. Tara actually feels. Did I say that? No, that's wrong. She must have been saying that to Tina. That she thinks she'll be against Vic. That must be it. And she actually did feel bad about the blind side to the point that she cried about it.
Oh my god. A lot of crying going on.
Bring up the waterworks.
You know when Ty was saying about Vic, she's got to go. He was sitting in the bath and he was like the Godfather or something, like issuing his orders. Did you notice that? It was like,
is it the HH bathtub?
Yeah, it was like she's got to go. She did Latoya that. It was like, you know, the mafia boss telling someone to go and kill someone. It's like, calm down, Ty. You've done nothing. Nothing.
I think that Jed and Ty have colonized the bathtub, I think. I've seen them in it together as well.
Really?
The man tub.
Oh yeah. It must be quite a big bathtub if they could both fit in it.
Yeah, but like not that big at the same time. Like it's not like a jacuzzi tub. A lot of legs all over the place, I'd imagine.
It is fun having a bath with someone, don't you think?
I haven't done it in a long time.
But
I am open to that.
When me and Jack were on holiday last, we both got in the bath and literally all the water came out. I was already literally the whole tub of water just fucking went over the side, and the bathroom was just like a padlet.
Please tell me you pulled him around like Jedward
There
in
was
the
no
bubbles.
honestly, it was the smallest, but that's why all the water came out, because it was so small. We were sort of sat there like that. Oh, dear.
That's the thing. Like, I'm in a relationship with quite a tall person, so there's a lot of legs. So we need a big bathtub to get it together.
Yeah, you need to get a nice one on holiday, a big jacuzzi.
Ooh, a luxury tub.
Bath shaped like an egg. Throwback. So,
in the HOH room, the Ghost Peppers were having a section where Victoria told Ty she thinks she can successfully backdoor Roh.
Next week.
Letting him out into the garden of the jury house.
Nice.
And then Jed said, after Victoria had left, this is dark, man. Because like they knew Victoria was going, but she was being so comfortable.
Yeah, Vic was kind of like flirting with Ty in that conversation. Did you notice? She was sort of like, "Oh, I'm always there for you," and she was being sort of a bit coquettish, which is not really like her. And I thought, I see what's going on here.
Like rolling over.
Yeah.
And like rub my belly.
Yeah.
Vic said to Beth something about a good, honest game.
Oh dear.
And about Tara and Tina. She said, "Oh no, this is Tara and Tina."
No, Vic did say it's an honest game, and Beth said it's all loyalty.
Oh, about Tara and Tina being on the block, about them being gracious or something. She said that will not be me. Maybe about Tara. If I'm on the block, you guys are going to be sick of me. Again, more foreshadowing of what was to come if Vic got put on the block. Wait, she wasn't on the block at this point when she blew up, was she? No.
Stop muttering away from your mic and lean forward.
Okay, let's just carry on with my notes. Ty said Tina and Tara would be a waste to target this week, but they're not our people.
But Vic was their person.
So in the ceremony, at the start of the POV ceremony, I thought Vic looked a little bit sketched at first. Just a bit like,
do you think?
Yeah.
I was liking her heart-shaped gold glasses. They're really nice.
Oh, yeah.
They look really good.
I'm bringing my mic with me now because I've been accused of not talking into it. Rohan used the video on himself. And here is Beth's speech. She said, some people choose to play this game with lies, manipulation, backstabbing. I get it. But remember, if you're going to play this way, you've got to take your shot first. Things are about to get spicy. Victoria still hasn't clocked it at this point, by the way, even when spicy's mentioned. Vic, take a seat. The way her jaw dropped.
I know.
She goes,
she's kind of like, wasn't she?
She goes, go.
Yeah. She went, okay. Did she go, really? Or something? She said something like that. Yeah, it was sad to see Vic done like that, but also kind of poetic.
It was good TV till the end.
The only thing that annoyed me was that it was Beth doing it, because Beth was so useless, but it was good TV. And I also like the fact that Vic took it well. In the diary room, she said, I applaud moves like this, and I'm the biggest game. Like, Vic gets that it's good TV, and she wasn't bitter. She wasn't bitter when she left either.
Not at all. She was very noble about it, actually.
She was. And then, in this next episode, Beth goes, oh, I was hoping she'd start yelling, fuck off.
That didn't sit well with me. Like, why?
Yeah, why? Yeah. Fuck you, stupid
girl. Vic described herself as, I'm pretty shook. I'm shook. I'm shooketh. But yeah, she did take it surprisingly well, and I liked it. I liked the way she kind of applauded it as a game move, and I did think, like, you know what? That's a real fan of this show. She's kind of happy to admit I was a threat, and this was the best move for this person right now. So fair play.
But the thing is, I think Vic thinks she's a threat because she thinks she's a good gamer, which,
but she's not. She's a bit messy.
in her own way, she is like she has won stuff and that. But the reason everyone wants to get rid of her is because no one trusts her. So it's
Something's lacking.
Yeah, they're not actually going after her because they think she's a big threat. They're going after her because they can't trust her. So that's where the disconnect is, I think.
Yeah. And what else is interesting is they chose to go for Victoria, who is actually pretty much on her own. Like, and in the pocket of the Sunsetters because of the Ghost Peppers alliance. They still chose to get rid of her when they could have broken up Tara and Tina, who are actually a duo that have each other's back. Strange play, really. A sad turn of events for us.
I knew.
But
Let's be real, though. We knew Vic wasn't long for this world. You
well,
don't get to keep a player like that in Big Brother. You never ever do. They always.
That's true. We've actually said she's been screwed for a while now, so she went further than we thought.
I think Vic should do a Gary and come back into the house. What do you think?
You're not the only person that's saying that. People are saying she should be invited back for All Stars and that she'll come back and she'll win. I think
she'll be an All Stars.
There's a fellow US Big Brother housemate that was evicted at this stage of the game who came back and won All Stars. A girl.
Oh, was that?
I think someone put a tweet out about that today, and I didn't know who it was. Did Rachel? Did she win All Stars?
Yeah, she did. She did win, but she wasn't. I'm not sure about that. I think that I'm gonna have to fact check that as being false. But yeah, someone has come back and done well. But it could be like a Nikki Grahame situation, you know, come back in and not be eligible to win. What's the point?
What's the point? Did you say?
Yeah, just the good TV. I suppose.
Yeah.
But with COVID, do you think that would really happen now? Once you're out the bubble.
Oh, you mean she'd come back into this series and not really win?
Yeah, talking about this series.
Oh.
That's what Gary did.
I thought you...
Oh, in that case, yeah, you're right about Rachel. That was a different series.
I thought you meant she could come back into another series and not be able to win. Like when Nikki came back into the last UK Big Brother.
No, I'm saying Vic could come back like Gary did season 1.
If they did some sort of jury battle back or whatever. I can't remember that happening with Gary in series 1. I thought he was eligible to win.
He was, yeah. But he left for ages. He was gone for like about 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. I'd like to watch that series again. I think that was a really good one.
Yeah, I think I'll watch it again with Jack.
I know I probably won't watch it again, but I would like to. Yeah, I don't think COVID is the problem because if they're in a bubble, it doesn't matter. I just don't think it's going to happen for this series.
No.
I don't know how Gary earned the right to go back in. Did he win a competition out of the jurors?
Or did we vote? I'm not sure.
Oh, Canada's vote would be good, but then
could have been.
I was going to say Rohan keeps winning the slot pass, so
imagine
if they did a Canada vote and Rohan got back in.
Oh God, no. All right, so now we're on to the double eviction.
We are, but also, can I go to the toilet, please?
Please, miss, can I go to the toilet? Yeah, all right, I'll go as well.
All right. We're back.
Whilst you've been away, or we've been away, I've been busy fact checking with our young reporter Alfie Sheldon, and I have found out that Beth and Jed did have sex at least once, and now he sent me a tweet. If you want all the details, which I do, so let's have a look at the tweet.
It's not Beth spilling the tea, is it?
It's a bit of dialogue between the two. Jed, you were ready to risk it all last night, huh? Beth, Jed, you said, come inside me, go inside me. And Beth said, I forgot you didn't have a condom on. And Jed said, we're doing this. We're starting a family.
Oh my God.
What the fuck? I wasn't expecting that. And he said, Alfie has said, I don't actually know if they did use a condom or not. Oh my God.
Oh, no, she doesn't need a pregnancy test, does she, Big Brother?
Oh, God, not this fucking roundabout again. When will these housemates ever learn?
When you said come inside me. At first, I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, it doesn't mean that. It means just like, put
Who
yourself
would
inside me.
who would utter those words in the Big Brother house? If you're having sex, I'm not against having sex, but you wouldn't say a word, would you? Or you wouldn't have your microphone on
A
necessarily.
silent,
Yeah.
well, I guess like if you're in bed, you're not going to have your microphone on, but there is
Mm.
probably one hanging right above your bed.
Yeah. But I wouldn't go come inside to someone. I don't want people hearing that. Would you?
No, not ideally. No,
Not.
that would be weird. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
you'd just be like, you can come. I don't know.
Come along.
But like she thought he had a condom on, so that's why she thought that. For him
That
to
reminds
say,
me.
like, oh, yeah, we're doing this, we're starting a family. That sounds a bit like stealthing. I don't like that.
Yeah, it sounds a bit rapey.
Hmm.
Should have done what Luke S and what's her face did back in the day and just use a skanky old towel afterwards.
Ashley, wasn't that her name?
Ashley, yeah. Towie, could you stop doing that? Because it's annoying the podcast. Right, Double Eviction. This started off rather trippy, this episode, did you notice?
Oh, in a
Was that
in a
just me?
house of mirrors.
That was a bit discombobulating for me for unknown reasons. I was like, what's going on here? So, Arissa have you got anything else about the trippiness or the intro?
No, just that it was the House of Mirrors.
Arissa had on a nice pink dress and some Dreamcatcher earrings, which I rather liked.
Were they dream catchers?
Well,
I
they
think it's
look
just the design.
looked like a Dreamcatcher to me.
Dream
And I read the
catch me when I fall, or else I
Um,
won't come back at all.
So we started from
Wait, I've written that Arissa looks cute. Pink is my favorite color. The pins on Arissa. Julie could never. That's my take on that. She had the whole like when there's like a sort of gladiatorial kind of piece of material that wraps around your ankle. She had that on her shoes. Marissa's got very good legs.
Oh, we know that. That is not breaking news. That is just a fact. I've got to just let the cat out again. So
For
sorry.
fuck's sake.
Just give me 1 second. Just feel for 1 second.
Okay. Then we got to see the fallout from the POV on, if anyone was interested, Dear 38. That was a terrible impression of Marcus. Vic is confused, but I'm not going to give up just yet. She said, I need to do what it takes to stay in this game. Beth said, I thought she was going to yell. I want her to yell. That was a bit weird to me. Like, why do you want her to yell? I guess because
I know.
what it felt weird, but I guess that was her expectation. I guess she thought like, I'd rather get it out of the way, but it just felt a little bit icky to
Felt
me.
a bit spiteful to me.
Tina said she's in shock. Vic said, I'm not going to blow up. I'm not going to ruin my game. I'm staying cool, calm, and collected.
Oh, like Rohan, the most cool, calm, and collected person in the house. This fucking cat. I just opened the door to let him out, and I was just fucking sat there meowing.
I guess you've got the door closed because it's cold, right?
I know. I've got the door closed in case he brings a fucking mouse in.
Oh.
As
But
we
also,
learned
as we learned from last week, yeah.
as we learned from last time, yeah.
Can we also talk about how the fact it's been snowing this week and it's Easter, isn't that? Did you see snow where you are?
It wasn't snowing here, no.
We've had like snow flurries a few times.
Sorry, I have my mic
You
trapped on.
thought Canada was bad.
Oh, he's gone now. Now obviously the door's open, so now he's going to go and get a mouse. Right. So, sorry, I'm supposed to be leading us through this, and I'm failing
Victoria
miserably.
said that basically she needs Ty and Jed to want her in the house. Do you remember that?
How's that working out? I've lost my place. Hold on.
Everyone was in the OOG room, if that helps.
Vic said, I'm a comp beast and I'm sociable and smart. But
When Beth
I've got
was twitching, like, oh, what if she comes in the room? And they're like, no, she's not going to come in. Then she did come in.
Oh yeah, and Beth was hiding because she was scared.
Braden tried to hide behind the door as well.
So Beth said, it got out what you were saying last week. You said Jed and mine's name. And Vic said, but I was playing both sides just like you guys told me to.
Like, I
Beth
thought that
said,
was my role.
yeah, which I thought was a good line of defense.
Yeah,
Beth said, you're the best player in this house. Vic said, I'm loyal to the Ghost Peppers. The other side is coming for you, and I'm not. Oh God. Then we had this whole Tara wanting to win HOH for a brother thing.
Oh yeah, basically she worked out that if she wins it on this day, I think it'll be broadcast on the 14th anniversary of her brother passing, and I've written that's kind of pointless because she won't even win anyway.
I just thought, oh, I don't know, something about that didn't sit right with me. That like she was trying to get Kiefer and Tina to kind of throw it to her, like pulling on the
Okay. Yes,
heartstrings.
you're right. It was like a sympathy
Yeah,
tactic.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
agree with
I just thought like you can't write your own storyline.
it.
Like, I know people have an emotional thing they want to talk about, and I
Mm.
believe she is emotional about that. But you also can't decide that because of that you win the HOH on that day. That's just not how Big Brother works.
No, it isn't. But Kiefer said that would be sick.
Marissa said in the next part, "Be sure to buckle up. We're about to hit some turbulence."
Ooh.
Thought the Odyssey came back.
So Vic said, I would be indebted to you guys if you keep me. And Beth said, I wouldn't mind if Tara does go home. And then Victoria decided to call out Tara. Sorry, am I boring you? In the
Sorry, I'm
garden.
getting sleepy. Yeah, but only because it was basically she's kind of G'd up by the other her fellow Ghost Peppers.
I thought you were going to say goat herders then.
Oh, sorry. Beth was wearing socks and sandals, by the way. Did you notice that?
Ooh, no.
A couple of times. That she needs to go for that.
Everything.
Yeah, so basically Tara was like, well, if you want me to call out Victoria was like, if you want me to call out Tara, I will. And I didn't quite understand the context of why they wanted that to happen.
Because
Ty said, I need your story and hers. It's like, what?
Because Beth wanted to hear what Tara would say, kind of, because everyone's sort of behind each other's back. They wanted to bring it all out into the open and see if the story is lined up, kind of thing. And Vic was like, "Yeah, house meeting, let's do it. Let's roll." So,
yeah, she kind of took the floor outside and she went,
yeah,
since everyone's out here, I'd like to have a little conversation. And kind of like totted up to the edge of the hot tub.
So she was first. I think she started off by calling out Roh, saying he said he was going to put up Tara, and then he was like, "Oh, you twisted that conversation."
No, I think it was that she said Tara and Roh and Braden were gonna come for Beth. Actually, said Beth was going up in the invisible HOH.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing, yeah, there was something where Roh said he twisted it, which is where she said you pulled me into the bull pit and you were begging for Austin to stay.
And Vic was getting so excited her sunglasses fell off, which I quite enjoyed.
Tara actually threw her sunglasses on the floor. Did you notice that?
Did she? No, I didn't notice that.
I don't think it was really like that obvious in the edit, but she stood up, took her glasses and threw them.
They must be shitty ass sunglasses if she can afford to throw them on the floor. I don't like people who break their own shit when they're angry. It's just dumb.
Silly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pathetic.
But I do know the frustration. It's like when you're playing a game and you can't do it and you want to like throw the control through the screen.
Yeah.
I've had that in the past when I was a kid.
No, I don't have that. I've been around too many people throwing things and smashing things, and I just think it's beneath me.
Yeah, I've never done it, but I've wanted to.
No,
Like, and it's like you hold back because like this costs money.
So Go. Have you got this argument written down better than me? 'Cause I feel like you might.
I don't know. Let's see. Roh said you kept saying it was Ty, aka the invisible HOH.
Oh, the invisible HOH. Yeah, she
And
did.
that's when
Yeah.
Vic said, "Yeah, I did because I didn't want people to know it's me." And then everyone's
Fair
like, it's like record scratch.
Yeah.
So you're admitting that it's you, and she's basically like, "Yeah."
Hmm.
I said, "Ty looks like he's at Wimbledon because he's going like backwards and
Ah.
forwards between Tara and Victoria." Victoria was crying about being thrown under the bus, but I wasn't really
Yeah,
sure by whom.
she started to get. I think it was because they said that thing about Ty, maybe, and she started to get sort of red in the face and emotional.
Who are the oddballs? Somebody asked, and then Victoria
Oh
went,
yeah,
these two, which I think means Austin and no, Tara and Tina, right? Austin, Braden, and me.
mm.
And then Ty like calculated there were like 7 oddballs, which it was interesting how Jed and Ty kind of sat there and asked the questions and kind of analyzed the data. It was like they were like the questioning officers in the
Yeah,
situation.
they were trying to get the pertinent information, weren't they?
Personal game information.
Wasn't Kiefer in the oddballs or no? Maybe he was.
I think so.
No, because he was in the Sunsets as well.
If he was, the Sunsets would have known about it, and they seem to genuinely not know about it because Braden kind of had to explain it later.
Yeah, and I think Tara's beef was that she was never in the oddballs, and that's why she was complaining about them being put together. And
Was she
then,
not in the oddballs? I thought it was everyone that wasn't a Sunsetter by default. I thought you were an oddball.
I've written here she was moaning that she wasn't in it.
Oh.
And then Vic said, I would never come up with a name that stupid about the oddballs. Which I like.
Yeah, she was accused of initiating the alliance, which she said she didn't. I don't really know who did.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We need the fact checking on that.
I'm sure Kiefer had a hand in the oddballs because there was
That's
that thing where he tried to frame someone and there was a conversation in the bull pit and then Victoria got upset about something.
Yeah, I have this vague recollection, but never mind. So Vic said, oh, I could have put you guys up, but I didn't, about Ty and Jed and all that. Tara said, you said Beth and I don't deserve to be here. And Vic said, you don't deserve to be here. All you do is complain.
Yeah. And you said you don't want to be in jury. And then Tara was really pissed off about
it. Yeah, she said, you don't want to be in jury because you want to go home to your kids. And then Tara said, don't you dare twist it. That's 30 days of not seeing my kids. And Vic said, well, you signed up for this. I was like, yes, finally. Someone fucking playing the mum card and someone saying, well, fuck you. You didn't fucking have to be here. So fuck off. I was like, yes. I'm so tired of people going, oh, I miss my kids. I want to come and see my kids. So don't fucking play Big Brother then. No one wants to hear about your kids. No one cares about your shining ass kids. So just shut the fuck up, Tara.
Correct. I agree.
And then Tara said, just evict me if I don't deserve to be here. And Vic said,
yeah, you she said, well, you don't, you lying bitch. Lying about what? I'm not really sure what that was.
I don't know, but I just like that. That was like the harshest thing I've ever heard anyone say in Big Brother Canada. And then the others were like, ooh, harsh. I was like, this is nothing.
Tina went, that was too far.
Yeah. That was too far.
Far there.
I liked it. It was like,
stop that screeching.
And then in the diary room, Vic was like, oh, I didn't really mean it, or did I? Or something, didn't she?
She said, it sucks that I have to throw Tara under the bus. That's really not the type of person I am. Well, maybe it is. Yeah.
Or is it?
Ty said after that, well, there's no way she can ever be a number for them again. So Ty almost saw
the potential.
Yeah, the potential of Victoria blowing up.
Yeah.
The support of the other side as a benefit to him, which I thought was a really interesting way to analyze that situation.
Yeah, I totally agree. He was completely right. Beth said Vic has been the only honest one. And Jed said this has made Vic look better.
Mm. Then Braden was in the HOH room, right, with them, basically talking about how the oddballs kind of like came about when Vic was HOH, and like, oh, it really didn't last very long. Kind of like poo-pooed the whole thing and his involvement. Oh yeah, Jed said that. I think he described it as a conversation. Jed said that conversation made Vic look better. I'm like, is that really a conversation?
Conversation slanging match.
And then Arissa was like, ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
we're not even at the first eviction yet.
Arissa was like, Victoria looking in those barbecues. Interesting. I did note though that on the block, Victoria was wearing her poofy gold dress and Tara was just wearing.
I know, it was a
sportswear.
giveaway, wasn't it?
That pisses me off so much.
Done deal.
They should force the evictees to dress up.
Arissa talked to the house. She went, "Hey everyone, how was your week?" Like knowing we'd just watched that massive blow up. And also, when it came to the vote, Arissa had the news about the jury house, right? And Tara and Victoria were sat on the block together. And when Arissa announced the jury house, Tara kind of went like, "There you go," like she tapped her like, "You're going to jury."
Yeah,
like this is good for you. And that's when I kind of, to be honest with you, I hadn't spotted the sportswear at this point because Tara's top was kind of like just that top. It could have been normal wear, but the tap told me that Victoria was going, and the sportswear was like, okay, confirmed.
Yeah. And I did like in the speeches that Vic shouted out her book club.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
That was cute. And Vic also said, "Every single one of you has stabbed me in the back in one of the dirtiest back doors of all time."
But I forgive you because I probably would have won this game. I don't know if you would, but
so that was a unanimous vote for Vic. Yeah. Poor Vic.
I said I don't. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was gonna say I don't agree with Ty calling Arissa gorgeous in the diary room. It's creepy.
Oh, it's creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, I put Victoria went out gracefully. There was a group hug and it was love all around.
That's very BBUK group hug. Well, the group, whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, what the hands above.
Yeah.
They made Victoria twerk on the stairs. She was like, "Why do you do me like this?" She did it anyway because they're chanting. You can't resist a chant. What were you going to say about her leaving? Something else?
Yeah, just the group hug and how she was very magnanimous. And then when she came out, Arissa went, "Legend." And she said that
she said that, and then Victoria went, "No, you don't have to say that to me." And she went, "Goddess, I love you." Goddess. And then she elevated Arissa from queen to goddess status.
Yeah. And then Arissa said, "You had the best campaign we'd seen in years." And Vic said her problems began when she started cutting corners.
Not tying up her loose ends, she said.
Yeah, I like that. Arissa said, "You were fearless, ruthless. Is this karma?" No, because karma doesn't exist.
Austin said it was karma. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
She said it was bad karma to put her on slop and on the block, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, she did say that. Maybe it was karma.
Arissa said you took out some big players, Latoya and Austin. And she said that Victoria had, it's a classic BBUK quote in here.
Go on. Oh yeah.
Lived by the sword and died by the sword.
Vic and Nasty Nick, two of the best, two of the greats.
Nasty Vic.
Nice.
That isn't a Nasty Nick original though, is it? Isn't it from Shakespeare or something, isn't it?
Oh
by the sword,
yeah.
died by the sword.
Nasty Nick's the one who made it famous. Reimagined it for the 21st century. Oh, and then Vic said about Latoya and Austin, "Well, I made it to jury and they didn't." Bitchy as fuck. And Arissa said, "You will never be forgotten. There are so many devastated fans right now." Correct.
True. Raise his hand.
I was wondering how they were going to fit this whole double eviction in because that felt like quite a lot to go through just in the first part. Did you think?
Yeah, it really was, because they had to put in as much of that blow up as they could possibly fit.
Yeah.
And also, they don't like extend the show anymore. I'm sure the double eviction or the triple eviction probably does need longer, but like they fit everything into the same 43 minutes. It's like, bloody hell,
Don't you think it's kind of fun though to have it in that
so
condensed
fast.
time? Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes it more tense.
yeah. So it was a before or after questions HOH comp with the steps up and down.
Oh, classic.
I like the music
Classic.
in this comp.
Oh, classic cheapo comp. What was the music?
It's the ding 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 one. Ding 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 ding. That's all I can do.
Oh, Kiefer one.
Kiefer one with a perfect score of 5. Oh, that's that face afterwards.
He's celebrating before he even won it, wasn't it?
The macho twitch. Oh, it's so annoying.
He's trying it. He's carrying Ty and Jed completely. So Keith put up Roh and Braden, which I thought he was gonna do. And I said, will Roh win the veto again? The answer is no. So the veto was this kind of maze sword business thing.
Sword in the stone. Stone Cold Veto.
Bit shit.
They should have brought Austin in and quit like Stone Cold something Austin.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Stone Cold v Austin. And he had to compete against Austin. Yeah, it was like a maze, wasn't it?
And Taichon actually won. Something.
Who said legend? Let's go. Is that himself? I think he called himself a legend.
He went. Oh, when he won, he went urban planner for what? That's like me winning a competition and going internal communications manager for what? What? What the fuck? What
yeah, if the comp was like proofreading an email.
He did a sword round and he was like waving the sword around. I was like, all right, that's made of cardboard. He's gonna have someone's head off. I just thought,
no, it is part of your urban planning qualification is whether you can get a sword out of stone. So, you know, his experience in the field. I did notice that sword, I don't think was supposed to actually be pulled out of the platform it was in, because it had like some piece of something hanging off it, which looked like a used condom hanging off the edge of the sword. I thought it was like some tape or some wire that came off.
I did notice it looked a bit bent. So then, I put, well done, you won one thing, you idiot. They showed a bit of Roh.
A bit harsh.
Yeah, it's too harsh. Then they showed a bit of Roh doing his campaign to Ty, and it was a bit. You just thought, nah, this ain't gonna work, is it?
It was just the I'm a bigger target than Braden.
Yeah, it's a bit
line.
half.
They'll come for me before they come for you.
Yeah, and then Ty said, I knew it would come down to this, and gave him a hug, and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a shame that we kind of knew the answer as well. We knew the result before it happened. Kind of took some of the excitement out of it.
Yeah.
I've written here, Ty basically confirmed Braden is staying.
Yeah.
And I've written, you're rowing home.
Yeah, nice. I do feel a bit bad for Roh that he went out like that, but that's a double eviction for you, isn't
it? Why do you feel bad for him?
I just feel a bit bad because he was, he'd won 3 vetoes. He was obviously fighting hard to stay there. He didn't really have much of an alliance.
Well, you know what? He doesn't go home empty-handed. He does take a new grill and a barbecue from Weber, and he won 2 stop passes, so he got a couple of meals out of it. He was a pretty shit villain in the end, so
yeah, that's true.
To walk out with a barbecue, pretty good going.
Fair enough. And he made he did a nice speech saying, "Oh, I can't remember what now, but it was nice."
I've had a lovely time.
You'll all be my friends for life.
We'll go on holiday and we'll live together after this.
And then I've written here, Beth has the kind of face you'd never tire of slapping. So I don't know what she was saying.
That's very harsh.
Oh, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? Harsh.
Too harsh.
We need to get the sound clip of that. Just play it after every single thing we say. So
Have you ever noticed that Arissa does not need cue cards for her eviction interviews? She never has a cue card for them.
is it because she only asked them 2 questions?
Oh, maybe.
No, she probably just remembers. It's not many questions, is it? She could probably remember it.
I just think that they maybe like trust her enough to like know enough about what's happened in the house to ask them the relevant questions. Whereas in UK Big Brother, you're handed a set of cards for the relevant person who's been evicted, but you do sit there and talk to them for about 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
as opposed to 15 seconds.
And Arissa is the executive producer, so I should hope she does know what's going on. Half of Rose's questions were about Victoria, which made me laugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what did you think when Victoria did this? What do you think when Victoria did that? It's like,
She did
Arissa
say, go on,
Veto King.
calling the Veto King.
Yeah.
She asked whether he felt he'd done enough to stay. Like, could you have done more? I was like,
Hmm.
ouch. Trying to get him to kind of admit he didn't play hard enough to stay.
I mean, it was a double eviction. Was she talking about that night or just in general?
No, right now, like when he came to tie.
Yeah, it wasn't that great, but what else could he do? So Roe said that he thought Kiefer would win, but he wants. Who did he say wanted to win? Oh, Braden.
Braden.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm. And
We've got
Arissa
more
said,
comment.
"Yeah, you have a lot of fans."
We've got more comment from Rowan about Jed and Beth. Feeds cut so
Oh.
often that if they are, it's not shown. Oh, that's the sex. That said, they have gotten way closer lately, and Jed thinks he might love her. Okay, we saw it on the edit. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought Rowan's got enough time to watch the live feed, has she?
Rowan doesn't know about the cum because
No.
Taryn doesn't tell you shit like this. It's just strategy. It's just like
We need to know about the body
you need
fluid.
to know about the serious stuff, not that shit. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. No, I've got emails. Do you need a break?
No. Well, yes, but also I've got something to say first. I saw a clip on Twitter earlier, and they interviewed Rohan and Victoria from the Jury House on Canadian morning TV.
Hmm. And
The only thing I took from it was that they asked Victoria a question. No, they asked Rohan a question, but I think their signal was really bad, and then Victoria answered it.
half of the course then.
And Victoria was wearing the Bublace's top, the red one, the sort of burgundy one with the Bublaces.
Gross.
But yeah, no, sorry.
How Vic and Roh will be getting on in Jury House. They're kind of a bit of an odd couple, aren't they?
Not the oddest I've ever seen, but maybe.
Seem like they'd go take life at different speeds. Should we have a break?
Yeah, let's break before we.
Let's have a break and then do the emails.
Go into the bulging mailbag of BB and Blast this week. Oh, it's going to take a while to get through these emails, so you better buckle up.
All those people we demanded email last week have really pulled out all the stops. It's the BB on Blast mailbag.
Email us to bbonblastpod@gmail.com.
If you like.
Now, there's someone been in touch here we've not heard from for a while. Now, I know he's been having some trouble on Twitter recently. He's getting banned for. What's he been banned for?
Oh, I can't remember now. Oh.
Saying fag, even though it was talking about cigarettes.
Yeah.
Is that why he got banned?
No, what? Oh, I don't know actually. No, he said Rowan was a fag hag. Yeah,
someone reported him.
Someone reported me for saying fag when I was talking about cigarettes.
So
I said Johnny Depp looks like he smells like fag ash.
The subject line of this is BBCAN9, the return of Lorcan Murphy. Lorcan says, "Hey besties." Don't get ideas above your station, Lorcan. Guess who's back with a brand new email? I disappear from the inbox for a few weeks, and you guys turn into begging Rex. Well, it's got a point. What can I say? You don't know what you've got till it's gone. Johnny Mitchell never lies. That's probably a reference you might understand.
Isn't that? Oh no, I was thinking that might be.
Janet Jackson. You don't know what you've got till it's gone. Is that what you thought?
No, I thought
Oh.
Johnny was someone in Big Brother.
Johnny Mitchell.
Ronnie Mitchell.
Joni. Johnny Mitchell never lies.
Oh, hold
Who's
on.
that?
Sorry, listeners. Joni Mitchell. She's a singer.
Never heard of her.
She probably originally did that fucking song that you just sang.
Janet Jackson. Probably covering Janet Jackson. Like that time.
She's old, so don't.
Like that time Morrissey covered Tattoo. Anyway, BBCAN's been really fucking good. The best BB we've seen in years. And I still have faith that it's going to continue to be good without Spicy V.
Wow.
Victoria is a legend. Even Arissa knew it. Drop in, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, into that interview. Had me screaming. Arissa does not know that's anything to do with Nasty Nick, I'll tell you that much.
I disagree.
Do you think?
Yeah.
An official word. We need to fact check that one as well.
Arissa knows her Big Brother folklore.
Folklore.
And Trevor Boris definitely does so.
Good point, because it did have on the wall of the house, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, when Trevor was producer on the show.
No.
What else had me screaming was that row between Tara and Victoria. When Vic called her a lying bitch as she walked off, I was hysterically laughing. That was 11 out of 10 TV.
It was. Bit harsh though.
Oh, a bit harsh there.
Bit harsh.
What are you at, Victoria? The second half of the double was bland.
You're right then, Jeff.
That's why I'm parched.
God, Lorcan's emails like making you have to drink like a pint of water.
The second half of the double was bland compared to what came before, but I'm glad
Yeah.
Rohan's gone. I hate all these straight men who think their shit don't stink. They're constant on BBCAN. I especially hate when people go into the DR to vote and talk like they're an influencer. Oh, see, I told you. Rohan gives it the Peter Brown in the diary room.
Oh, okay.
I also hate Tina wearing a t-shirt that says, "What are you at?" on it. Shameless.
Yeah, and she said it to Arissa as well. What are you at?
Well, she wants that to be her catchphrase, clearly. And even her mum was on board in the video. Her mum was like, "Oh, Tina, what are you at?" But I think it's what they say in Newfoundland.
Tina's not really the type of person who has a catchphrase. Oh.
Well, Tina trying to push "What are you at" t-shirts is about as desperate as Auntie Garth making those Auntie Garth t-shirts when he left Big Brother.
What about Kiefer's Keep It Real t-shirt?
Oh, can't wait to get one of those.
Burn it, burn it, burn it.
Shameless, said Lorcan. I also hate when they do a little hand symbol as they vote. That really fucks me off.
Thank you.
Don't you like the sunset symbol?
What about the shield?
What about Pretty Boys?
Yeah.
And I hate Terror. I hate the mum type so much. Useless twat.
It's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh.
It's a bit harsh there. What are you at, Lorcan? Jedchon are both and Beth. Oh, sorry, Jedchon or Beth are destined for a win at this point. I like that someone else is calling him Jedchon because I don't know if I see that anywhere else. I'm rooting for Kiefer. I think.
Yeah.
Imagine coming down to rooting for Kiefer. Are you as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Through gritted teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, I am because he's done the most. I
True.
feel like he's worked harder than anyone else.
True. He's doing the most. I don't really love anyone anymore, but it's been really good TV so far. So none of my complaints really matter. Also, I fancy Jedson a lot, but not Tashawn.
Oh, really?
Ty's voice puts me off.
Oh,
because I can only hear Stacey McKenzie. Help me out.
that is.
Nope. We don't know who that is. But you know what I've realised? Ty has this weird voice that he puts on when he's talking about game.
Oh.
And it's like he's trying to like not be picked up by the mic, but it's just like,
oh yeah,
it's like so, I don't know, gravelly, and it's like you can't catch what he's saying.
like it's on Animal Crossing.
Finally, a couple of weeks ago, Gaz was talking about the girls on Recess who had the same name, and I'm 90% sure they were called the Ashleys. Yeah, you're right. Scandalous. Which I would have included in an email last week, but I was behind as fuck.
Hmm.
Well, thanks
That
for
was
catching
such
up and reminding me that they are called the Ashleys. I appreciate that.
a useful email. Thank you very much.
That's it. And it's not done yet.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'll be off. I'll be off now. Much love to you both. Enjoy the pubs opening if the morning of this old dead twat doesn't stop them. From Roh-ing.
Have some respect. Bit harsh. Bit harsh.
Bit harsh there.
Bit harsh. Bit harsh. Thanks,
I'm
Logan.
not desperate. I'm not desperate to go to a pub, though. Are you?
I do want to go to the pub. I'm not desperate to go.
Hmm.
But I do want to go. Yeah, I'd like to have a nice glass of prosecco in the pub. Ooh.
Oh. Ooh, looking in the grill. Ooh,
wanna-
going back into the
Yeah.
pub like Victoria is a corn.
I want to see. They should have a gift of Victoria looking in the grill. That's good.
Definitely.
I really want to see my friends though. Not necessarily going to the pub, but just want to see different people.
I think that today was the first day where I felt like, oh, I'm kind of tired of this now.
Yeah.
Like I
Really.
really felt like kind of exhausted by the whole thing. And I don't know about you, but like, lockdown is now starting to be eased.
Hmm.
But for me, like life hasn't really changed, and I don't think I'll feel like it's over until I can like go to the shops again and go to the gym again and get a haircut and stuff.
Next week,
It's
shops open.
yeah, on Monday, right?
Yeah, and I'm going swimming on Monday. I'm getting my haircut on Wednesday. So
Yeah, I need to go back to the gym. I'm like feeling so out of shape.
oh god, I've literally like most days I don't even leave the house. I didn't leave the house for a week or more.
Yeah,
So
I'm the same.
yeah, it's so bad.
I've never been so inactive in my entire life, and
Mm,
I sorted out all of my clothes over Easter, and I had some
mm.
shorts that I remember buying a few years ago, and they're actually from like the Love Island range in Primark. Like some Love Island person had a range, and I couldn't fit in them anymore.
But
Honestly, I had to throw them out.
you're like slim, aren't you? You're not big at all. Well, you normally are. Come on, let's have a look.
I hate to say it, but like I'm feel
You chubby?
I shouldn't a little bit
Ah, you ain't chubby.
around my midriff. I've got like weight that I have not had before.
Uh,
Lockdown's done me dirty. Done me
lockdown.
dirty.
Oh, it's a bit hot. Lockdown has. I think it's must have made us all way more unhealthy.
Mm.
We're not walking. We're not. And mind you, we're not breathing London air. That might be good. Going in
Maybe.
every day. But
Maybe.
yeah, I don't think it's good for us. It's not good for us in any way, apart from not getting.
No. Oh yeah, there is that. There is an email here from a very loyal friend of the show. That's right, listeners. It's loyal listener Laurie. She's
Woo!
here with her double eviction feedback. She says,
Let's have it.
"Oh, there's a couple of YouTube links in here." She
Oh,
says, all I can say is I hope Series 10 is All Stars and Spicy V returns. We want
yes.
good TV.
Yeah, we do.
Well, then, if you want good TV, surely you want Braden back, Laurie. He wants to give you the good television. Laurie's given us these very short emails. She said, here are the links to Arissa's TikTok interviews on YouTube if you need a few more minutes of them. I mean, I feel like we probably could do a few more minutes of Victoria.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you
What else? Link.
do you want to do it now? Or
What else does it say in the email?
apart from the draft, that's it.
Oh, fuck that draft.
Yeah.
Told you I'm not a draft person, and this has proved me right.
I will be over the draft until my last player wins. Then I'll be like, oh, the draft. Yeah, I was always
Oh,
I was always on board with the draft. I wanted to work with the draft since it came up in the like before the season. I was always committed. I just forgot to tie up my loose ends with the draft.
Got too many corners.
It's 10 minutes with Victoria, so maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do that off air.
I'm curious. Why don't we just watch like a minute of it and see how interesting? We can I? Let's see if I can hear it.
Let's see. Why is the sound not coming out?
That you are out of that house. I know. What is going through your mind first? Oh, I'm sad, but I mean, I would have won that game, and they knew it, so it had to be done. You were a big target. I won all those competitions. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I had to. You had to. Okay, so first we're going to talk about your campaign to stay. Yes. Because fans watched. They watched you work. You were tireless. No one could ever accuse you of not trying everything you could. What was it like, even last night? Like, I stayed up late watching that last play. It was amazing. And it didn't work, and they brought you back up to tell you actually, but like, what was that like? It was exhausting, literally exhausting. I feel like they kind of played with me a bit. They kept giving me different reasons as to why I went up on the block. So they wanted me to call out Tara, so I called out Tara. They wanted me to keep
fuck this. Let's watch it after.
They said I was a huge comp beast, so I tried to talk down the comp's wins. And it just came to the point where they're like, okay, you're just such a big target. There's stuff you don't know. You'll see it when you watch back. And I'm like, oh my God, all that work? For what? If you had to point to one of the people that you were appealing to that might have stopped your campaign dead in its tracks, who would that have been? Beth. I know she wanted me gone. I could feel her aura. I could see it in her eyes. She wanted me out of this game. That's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's sad. But you know what? I was probably gunning for her. So do you think they made the right move? No, they should have kept me because I would have fought with them. I know that I was kind of setting up both sides of the house to go after each other so I could maybe just kind of sit back and watch. But, you know, it didn't work out as planned. And Rohan is a POV beast and cleared a seat on the block for me. Listen, I have not seen a campaign like that since, like, honestly, Cassandra season 5. Like, it was... I tried my best. It was masterful, even though it didn't work. So, props to you. Thank you. Let's talk about the invisible HOH. Yes. Because, of course, that was the opportunity to make a huge move. A lot of people were surprised you didn't take a shot at Ty and Jed and Beth. Why not? You know, I was just in the midst of working with them. I looked at them as really good players, and I thought I could get further with them. I thought that if I made a move on the other side of the house for them, maybe they would take that in consideration. Like, I could have made the biggest move and gotten one of them out, but I chose not to. I chose to go after someone who I didn't really trust. Austin was supposed to be working with me, but she would leave her room when I entered. I thought that it would help me in the long run. And I also knew that Beth, Jed, and Ty would figure out that I was the invisible HOH. I didn't put them on slop. I thought they would be happy with what I did and pull me in. Didn't work out that way. I wish I could rewind time and make that move. Or told them right up front, which of course you could only do that in retrospect, because on paper it was like Austin might have been one of the last people who really trusted you. I know, yes. You know what? You got me when you told me I was making history, like it was a history thing to be the invisible HOH. So I really, as a super fan of this game, I wanted it to be a moment between me and Canada. I really wanted to try and stay as invisible as possible, show Canada what I got, show them I'm a good liar. And yeah, I should have used it to bring myself closer to people, but yeah, I didn't. Listen, hindsight is 2020. It is not easy in there. You don't have all the information like we do. Yeah. So you are forgiven. Yeah. Good. One of the things, though, I think that was...
You're not even commenting on it.
What are you done with Spicy V?
Because you're not even commenting on it. You're just watching it.
Digest it and forget it all instantly.
It's not good for the listeners to have to listen to that.
You say that, but they can't bother to tune into TikTok. They haven't heard it either.
I suppose so. So,
what do you think about that? Marissa said what I said. Should have come clean about being the invisible HOH in retrospect.
Yeah, I don't think much about it, really.
That's the analysis that you came for.
I'm tired.
I was enjoying that, listening to Victoria.
Maybe we can do the podcast in person next week.
Oh, we said that last week.
Yeah, but this week was a bit more tricky. This week we might be able to go in the garden.
Only if it gets bloody warmer. It's still so cold. It's so cold.
If it's warm. But then you won't be able to see our lovely faces on YouTube anymore. What a shame.
Yeah, there'll be no more editing either. Can forget that music that you've got grown to love. Well, I could do it in theory. No, I could, I suppose.
Yeah, don't cut down on those production values. We need them. Well, actually,
we can take them away as quick as we added them.
Yeah. So that's it. What a week. What a week it's been in the Big Brother house.
What happens next week? We don't even know. There's like nothing to look forward to unless we get to see the jury house. But I don't think they'll show us next week. Do you? It's too soon.
No. Yeah, I think. How long is left of BBCAN? 4 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, I would say it must be about another month, surely.
And
they were saying they were halfway through the game, weren't they? Like on the invisible HOH. So it must be another. Yeah, it must be another 4 weeks.
And when does BB Australia start?
I don't actually know if we have a start date, but it's definitely going to be. I don't think it's going to be as soon as April the 12th because that's like next week, and I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I thought it was coming soon. So anyway, if BBCAN goes a bit crap, we can kind of focus our efforts on that instead. Mind you, that's probably going to crap.
Big Brother Australia 2021. I don't think we have a start date, you know.
I thought we did, but anyway.
I've got a list of housemates that I'm going through here. No, I don't. I thought at the end of the article it'd be like, oh, Big Brother starts at this date, at this time, but I don't see that in the article.
Maybe it's changed or something. Right, let's finish this podcast. Thanks for listening. Follow me on Twitter, light up VM.
Follow me on Twitter at BB_superfan.
Follow us at BB on Blast on Twitter and our Facebook page, BB on Blast. And listen to our podcast on Spotify,
Google Podcasts,
Spreaker, iTunes, all of them, Stitcher, everything.
Amazon Music. Sorry,
Amazon Music,
let's say that again.
What?
You have to say the book again.
Oh, read my book first. People have probably already read it.
Send us an email for next week to bbonblastpod@gmail.com or just DM us at bbonblast on Twitter, just so we've got some other voices in the podcast that's not just ours.
And Laurie and Lorcan.
And Laurie and Lorcan. Thanks for your emails, you guys. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, they were good ones. I'm done. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you next week. Bye.